Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is MortonReport.com, dated August 9th, 2013. Karen Black and Death in Scientology. Would Karen Black have lived longer if she wasn't a Scientologist? By Skip Press. Karen Black, a true movie star. When I read on Facebook about Karen Black's death and saw the comments, I thought back to the times I'd spent with Karen and people I'd known when we were both in Scientology. I got back in touch with one commenter, writer-director Michael Reimer, after reading his condolences. Michael sold his first screenplay, Dead Sleep, a story. Listen to this, you guys. Listen very closely. Dead Sleep, a story of a psychiatrist in Australia, where Michael is from, who would drug women and R them. Must be a coincidence, huh, you guys? After I turned him on to the true story it came from, which I had learned about from a Scientology executive. From a Scientology executive. Troll. Scientology believes that psychiatrists are the source of all the world's problems, and they try to destroy the profession. Thought back to a holiday party at Karen's house in Hancock Park in Los Angeles. The first time I'd ever been in a gated community, and how gracious she had been, and how I'd met her then ex-husband, Kit Carson, a Texan like me, and actor Martin Landau. I still don't know why she invited me. I'd never met her before, but I remember a quick snack she cooked up for me in a walk, and being struck at how intelligent she seemed. Karen, you see, became well known in the movies for playing a hooker. Of course it's a hooker, right? On LSD in the movie Easy Rider. And then as the loving but dim-witted Rayette DePesto in 5 Easy Pieces, a performance that earned her an Oscar nomination, Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Karen was exceedingly intelligent and equally loving. I never met a single person in Scientology or out who didn't like her. She was quite beloved in the film industry. As her husband, Stephen Eckleberry, stated in his blog about her ongoing battle against cancer, the kind people at the Motion Picture Television Fund, listen to this closely, you guys, the kind people at the Motion Picture Television Fund helped place her in a nursing facility. That tells you Scientology did not take care of her. Probably sucked every dime she had. As I read various reports about her death, I thought about a time I picked up Karen at a house she shared with Stephen in the Los Feliz area of Los Angeles, near the old ABC TV facility there. She had agreed to be a speaker at a monthly Writers Club meeting I held at the Scientology Celebrity Center on Franklin Avenue. Before we left, she graciously showed me the house and the fruit trees in her backyard. She seemed joyously happy. I'd wondered about her marriage. I'd known the Eckleberry boys a bit via their mother, Renee Duke, a longtime Scientology counselor who had been recruited by Ron Hubbard very early on, when he was visiting a college campus where Renee was a student. I wondered how Karen would fare, her being a true movie star, in a family so consumed with Scientology. Apparently, she did fine, and her marriage to Stephen was a blessing. The last 3 years of her life, he chronicled her cancer battle on film. I hope the world gets to see it soon. They don't believe in a lot of ways, they don't believe in medications. When I drove Karen home, she looked at me with a sly grin and said, "You don't give a damn, do you?" I took it for the bemused compliment that it was. She got me. She knew that I didn't take anything too seriously, including Scientology. I was a bit startled. No one had ever truly gauged my personality so succinctly. Yes, I was a bit untroubled by the vagaries of the world. Karen, I suspected, was the same. "You get that right," I told her, and she laughed. Sometimes that quality was my undoing. Once, while having lunch with film editor Don Camburn at the University Studios commissary about a script of mine, I said I wanted it to have as much impact as Easy Rider. Did he see it? "I edited it," he barked, glaring at me. I never got a film going with Don, and after that, learned to do my research about people. One thing that I did care about, however, and that I always cared about, was when people I loved or admired, like Karen, with her great and giving soul, died too soon. I saw that a lot in Scientology, particularly among women. Karen was 74. She lived a long and fruitful life. She put up a good fight against cancer. When I read about her trying an experimental cancer treatment in Europe, though, I thought back to the great many Scientologists who died of cancer, many that I'd known, often because they neglected traditional treatment in lieu of alternative rebel remedies that didn't work. Why did they do this? Because of what they studied in Scientology. I thought of Ann Tidman, known as Annie Broker, when she and her husband, Pat, were Ron Hubbard's constant companions in his last days, and how she died ignominiously in an apartment a block from the celebrity center. I thought about Betsy Flinsky, the first solo knots completion, a very high level in Scientology. After its release in 1986 to 87, who went on a world tour despite suffering from cancer when she completed an earlier level? Betty from Dallas, like me, claimed she was cured. She relapsed 6 months later and died, age 57. I remembered how a Scientology registrar, salesperson, had insisted that my wife early in our marriage could cure her tubal pregnancy if we bought auditing Scientology counseling. It was insane advice, and only by ignoring it and getting immediate medical attention did we save the life of the mother of my children. I don't know the full story of Karen Black's last years. I'm terribly sorry she's gone. I just couldn't help wondering what her career would have been like if she had not been in Scientology, and if she would still be alive. As for me, I was a successful writer while still in Scientology, but after I left it, I had almost 50 books published. It's very clear that Scientology held me back for years. Thankfully, I didn't stick around long enough for it to kill me. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day. I will leave a link in the description box. Peace.